Hello everyone. Welcome to an example on convergence and divergence. Wanted to do it live. So, um, clearly before me is the 5 minutes time frame, but I'd prefer to use in this instance. I'd go. I'd employ the use of the 15 minutes to illustrate something. This is the 9 count. I'm expecting a pullback or retracement around here. Okay. So our first hold on, let me get this off. This is from an earlier time. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. And so now this is from an earlier count where I had a convergence and a divergence that I was studying. So let's get rid of that. Okay, so one of the things I want you to focus on is how to catch it within this framework of, framework of operation. It's quite very logical. This is one, two. This is one, two, three, four, five, six. If you add this, it becomes seven. I use the highest candle in some instances, so I would employ this as seven, eight, and on the ninth candle, I have a strong belief that will push higher in the ninth candle. And the reason is because nine and four are lining here. And there's a market behavior. Instead of four, I use five because I treat it as a delayed sequence, not a hastened. So I have these two converging. So I'm watching to see what price will do. Divergent actually. I'm watching to see what price will do on the 15 minutes time frame. So in any case, I'm still trying to connect a lot of things together. I'm expecting a green candle at 9.5. And the next one should be 9, 9, 10, 11. This guy right here. I'm expecting another move here. Okay, which I treat as 13. It's actually 12, but I treat it as 13. So I'm using delayed sequences in this application. Okay, it's quite, uh, we have a lot to consider around here. So if we continue our second count, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 and 13, which is to me 7 and 13. I'm applying a different school of thought here, but this is how I employ convergence and 13 and convergence and divergence. Sorry. So yeah, I'm internalizing price action quite differently from what you would normally. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like this week right here. You might completely push it and ignore my current expectation, but it doesn't still change how I feel about this. In any case, let's submit to what it gives. For retracement, here is expected 9 and 5, or 4 and 9, as the case might be. All right. And so let's see what the 9 is going to do. Does it retrace as expected? I'm working based on a higher time frame divergence actually. So um, if the 9 does not give me, then I think the next candle after it should be the one to do it. I don't like that we have a week before this current candle. Usually that would simply mean that they would want to fill that gap. It's a gap. So they would want to close it and push a candle body over it. So they don't like to leave gaps like that. They immediately rebalance them. So should in case they want to do that in this move. But if they want to obey the current sequence, then I'm expecting them to push it a bit higher, make it green. So this is a clear application of how I internalize price action. Okay. Okay. I'm beginning to feel like I should have used the 5 minutes time frame. This is a very long wait. I honestly don't like it. It's a very long wait. Nine minutes. This is rather a very long wait. I'm really anticipating this candle to give me a green going upward, but it's not been doing that of late. I just don't know. And I'm tired of waiting. I feel like I could be using this time to do something cooler. Maybe, yeah. But that's my poor timing. Should have just used the 5 minutes time frame. It gives you more to work with compared to this guy. Okay. So uh, I use a very strange technique in my approach, but everyone has a way he internalized this since the author never gave us any form of framework to it when he was teaching it. So I kind of built my own, and it serves me well, I guess. And this dude is supposed to go a bit higher than my next point of interest is down here. Okay, so we have, I don't know, I feel like I did a count wrong. This is seven right here, eight, nine, right? Yeah. And then we start from here is one, two, three. Oh yeah, this is supposed to be three. Sorry. I've been wondering what's weird about it. Three is among the numbers we are well aware of. But I was working based on the nine, okay, nine. And when you spot divergence uh within a certain function in price, okay, when we are within a certain range, okay, when we have not covered the full move yet, and you begin to see and you're beginning to see something like let's say uh what do you call it? You oh yeah, what do you what do you know? It's actually giving us the green. Sorry, I've not been paying attention. I'm looking at a different monitor. When you're seeing this right here, okay, when you're experiencing the rush of watching price live, okay, you look at the first move and then the expected one that's coming in and you miss a count. That's that's really really gonna hurt you as a trader. So when you see me doing this, I kind of had more trust in the nine aspect compared to the second count to try to confirm my divergence. So if I've not seen it reach the point where I know it's my target and I'm getting divergence along the way, I know that it's actually not it's not there yet. Okay. So I would expect retracements to occur within that kind of region And when they are convergence, then I expect that retracement might take 2 to 3 candles. That's what they simply, that's what that simply means. So our first point here is just the 3 and the 9. Okay, so that's kind of my genuine divergence that I was anticipating. Next one is 13 and 7. And I don't know if I have the patience to wait up until then, kind of sucks just sitting here doing nothing. Really, really sucks, you know. So let's mark the region of our anticipation. I don't know if I got this count wrong again, I got the wrong one earlier. Missed it by 2 counts. Made a 5 instead of a 3. It sucks. And 9 and 3 is a very good catalyst for a strong divergence. The gap between them is kind of wide, so this volume kind of speaks for itself, right? So the next region, or my next point of interest, is the combination of these two guys, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is a hidden 13, right? And then counting from here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a hidden 7. So this is my next target. But 2 minutes in, the retracement is quite deep. Okay. I want to believe this divergence. I want to believe the divergence is not out of sync with my higher time frame sequence, what I read on the 1 hour. I just hope it's not out of sync, because I'm kind of expecting this to continue going lower. Hopefully. Kind of push it lower a bit. Close down here. But in the next 15 minutes, that is to say. Okay. So let's go back to what we're reading. I'm trying to still, I'm making my count on the hourly to try to see if it's still in sync. Yeah, I think we're still in sync. Okay. So we get what we want from this move. The retracement was deeper than I thought. Let me try to map. What are regions of interest in terms of price counting? We have 2, 4, 2, 4, 4, 3, 2.9. Okay. Let me see what does that add up to. 12. 20, 22. Okay. All right. Not a very good point. This is taking longer than I anticipated, than I expected. I don't like 15 minutes candles. This is what I do, guys. When I'm scalping, I predict what the next candle would do, and then I just enter and just kind of wait for it to do what I want it to do. And like 40 minutes to the close of the candle, how it just come out. I time it to exactly 40 minutes. Like 40 minutes to the full move. And then I exit the trade and take whatever is in there, then predict what the next candle would do again. And when I'm scalping, I use the 15 minutes time frame. And I wait for the deepest retracement to the opposing direction of my anticipation, of my current anticipation. Then I work with that. All right, the retracement was full. So I like that. Like what it did. The retracement was good enough. So we wait for what price would do up until the next one, which is 13 and 7. This is this is extremely excruciating just sitting here not pushing a button. I don't know how ICT does it. It sucks. I don't like reading price and just watching. I love to see numbers printing in front of my screen, and to be honest, that's not the case in this one. So so we predicted the retracement, and it came in exactly, but that's not it. The next point of interest is what actually baffles me because it's a combination of both 13 and 7, and those are two number combinations you need to always pay attention to when you're playing around with convergence and divergence and you know working with the sequence. As you can see, I haven't actually employed the sequence not once, not even once. And reason being that, well, I have a I have a different way I read my sequence. I take them from the right hand side to the left hand side. That is in the region where there's no candle printed yet. My sequence comes backward, not forward. So it's kind of a different story altogether. So my students understand what I'm saying. I'm sure they might watch this just for to remember the good old days. But the most important thing is know that retracements are predictable using just simply convergence and divergence. Okay, as the case might be. Okay, so this dude right here did what we want, and I'm expecting something similar to also occur around here. I'm kind of anticipating to see if that actually get respected. And I'm closing the entire thing after this candle is done because I don't want to take up much of your time. Okay. I could do this for hours and hours and just pinpointing bounce points, but that would just be excruciating pain for all of us. Like, I just don't know how people do this. I want to start doing live trades so people can actually see how to employ this information, but I'm kind of scared they would use the information wrongly and hurt themselves. And that's some people are contrarian. Some people basically might take losses. You take losses with time dilation theory. Actually, it's obvious from how Morpheus is performing on the you know championship he's currently going through. It's possible to make mistakes. You're human. Okay, you can count wrongly. So he's not bad at it. He's a very good counter. He's excellent at it actually because he pioneered the move. So when you see drawdowns, astronomical drawdowns, they are conditions of a miscount, and it happens to everyone. Okay, you're not a robot. You're not a robot. So I want them to kind of dabble with price until they get to my next point of interest. That's my problem. I don't care what other candles do. Okay, I just have marked my regions of retracement. Okay, and I'm anticipating when it gets there. Okay, so in this condo, in this kind of formation currently, what have you noted? What can you see? We had a deep retracement, so the 10th candle is acting like it's expected to. So our retracement was completely random, guys. So we anticipate the candles formation around 13 and 7, which we kind of applied the delayed version. So I can know when price would delay and when a hastening might occur. And that's because I'm applying a different technique outside of time dilation theory. Okay. So you you can do that actually. It's very simple, but that's kind of advanced for now. For all of the people who are allowed to have my free content on YouTube, you can you can do it with just the knowledge of this, but it doesn't really matter anyways. I'm anticipating the move to occur around the next divergence. I don't like my voice that much, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stop talking now. feel like I feel like playing a game on my different PC, on my second PC actually, would be better. And sitting still, it really sucks. I should have thought properly, studied out properly. Instead of going with the 15 minutes, I should have just walked with the 5 minutes. It's the same logic actually. I just next time, just next time I'll do better. Oh, yeah. Patience is not my strong suit. I'm usually just few minutes in, few minutes out. I'm like a sniper in this market. If I'm good with just 1 hour candle, right, and I'm able to define its exact retracement point, I'm done. Don't know why that keeps popping up. How do I get rid of this thing? That stuff really is annoying. In any case, it's gone now. So I don't know how long it's gonna take for us to get the next two candles. That's gotta stink. Sorry, guys. I dragged us into this. I'm sorry. To forgive me. I I think even if I close the video at just this point, it still would explain quite a lot. Okay, it's quite very simplistic the manner at which we do employ um, this system of trading. It's it's simple. Okay, and I don't want to continue to count to find an extra retracement, etc. That was just kind of hurt all of us. I mean, come on. This is the 15 minutes time frame. And I don't want to make ICT standard kind of videos, they're lengthy and stuff. And he goes into a lot of details and explaining a lot of things. Before you know it, it's 4 hours, 3 hours already. And that's not what I'm trying to do here. I want to avoid that by all means. One down. We've got a lot more to go before we can actually get to where exactly my anticipation is at. So we have 30 minutes more, and this video gets to close. So at 11:30 should be good. We're approaching it now. I think nine 9 more minutes. Our next decision point is fast approaching. 6 more minutes. 6 more minutes. Let's double with the 5 minutes time frame. What can you see before we get to a point of interest? So Okay, so push lower. We're heading towards the time when this candle is expected to give us its real color. So okay, so we're down to 2 minutes, which is good. And then we have to wait another 15 minutes to confirm uh, our previous anticipated move. Okay, or to anticipate what happens at our decision point. I just wanted to show this example for the sake of those people who have been struggling with how to apply divergence and convergence, etc. And I hope that they are able to get from this video what I mean by that. You you can see that there's another point right now where we could add another number right here, right here, because we can start another count from here down into this guy, to sharpen our expectation and give us whether confirmation or a warning. Sorry again for the long wait. Okay, so our next major decision point, we just got into it. I'm not I'm not excited yet. All the moves that starts within the first 5 minutes, it's usually not my main target. I want to see what happens. Does it still give us this retracement when we're at something like 8, 9, or 7, 6 within those category minutes to go? So, as anticipated, that's 13 and 7. I'm trying to see if that would actually work. You know, I'm not really excited to see such a retracement at the earliest stage of my anticipation. All I need to be able to do is to predict these moves on the 4 hour time frame, and then I use that fractal to find razor sharp, precise entry points and cannibalize the entire candle for 4 hours. It chops around in some instances, but most of the times it presents what I want to see. So the 4 hour is my bellwether when I want to take into, but I'll know the bias for the entire candle. So that gives me an edge compared to, because every single ascension during my downward um, anticipation, every ascension that's upward move, I I sell into that. When it gets to a point that I'm anticipating, I sell into that. And I do it multiple times within the 4 hour. Or I could take the whole 4 hour candle and just take one full pull. So it all depends. So our anticipation of a retracement around the 13 and the 7 is proven to be accurate. So it it it's it's only accurate when it sustains this move until we get to a point where I think this mic sensitivity is too high. I gotta reduce it. I can feel the peachy nature of my voice even from just speaking. So I'll have to reduce it for a little bit. So I think I want to see, does it maintain this current direction heading into the sixth 7 minutes to go? That's the only condition I can trust when we're fast spent into the move and we're still seeing the same thing. So I would know that that decision point is actually accurate. Why am I offline? That's weird. I don't like that. I don't like that a lot. Come on, come on, come on. My connection is kind of faulty. kind of lost power there. Sorry, and so my Wi-Fi would kind of run off. So I had to connect to my phone. Yeah, sometimes they take power away from us temporarily. So I don't know exactly why this keeps popping up. I think I have to update my license. So, okay. So what I'm actually wanting to see is actually popped up. I'm within the range where I can trust that the retracement we predicted is accurate because I think we've actually had a move in the direction that I anticipated for at least 7 minutes. Sorry, for at least half of the entire 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so I think each one is 7.5 for us to get 15. So I think we've gone far deeply into it and it's still maintaining the retracement. So I would say we're accurate. We did it. We did it accurately. So our next retracement fell exactly at the point we anticipated. So 13 and 7 is the current sequence in operation. Sorry, the current point of interest. We I could predict the next move upward, just every retracement you can think of going forward, but that's not important. That's not what I'm just trying to get you to understand convergence and divergence as the case might be. Okay. So that's the thing I want you to pay attention to. I don't like what I'm seeing right now. The retracement is not deep enough. Okay, now I think we're fully having confirmation we're gonna stick with the retracement at this point. So that is that is how we do this, okay? I'm actually very tired now. I gotta go do some other things. So the next 5 minutes, I just can't wait. Kind of feel like 13 and 7 is a very good place to reverse, you know? But then again, my anticipation is that I get to see what went on upward happen downward. But it's not possible to truly say that actually in this instance. It's kind of cool. I'm still not seeing my target yet. I wanted to get down into this guy. The price action on the 15 minutes time frame is really beautiful. So beautiful. I'm just looking at it right now on my second screen and it's really beautiful. Kind of love it. It's already making me feel like as though at this point we might take out the short time high. It's in front of me right now. So our retracement is gonna be really deep. going upward. It's not looking like a retracement anymore because the combination of 13 and 7 is quite violent, okay? Even though I kind of applied the hastening technique, sorry, the delay technique, the move was supposed to be initiated within this candle right here. But then again, I applied the system of the delayed system of expectation. I'm able to know when hastening is going to occur. So this is when you expect it to occur. And at this point, it gets to happen. Okay. So I'm just predicting two candles, guys. I'm not a rocket scientist. It's not supposed to be something that's impossible for any of you to do, comparing the fact that you're familiar with time dilation theory, but you don't need my stuff. Okay. You can actually get it easily from just time dilation theory. Okay. But if you really want to master this and go really crazy with it, okay, just send me a message on Discord and I'll enroll you into my mentorship. I'm currently enrolling people. My first batch just graduated and I'm about to give them their last videos for the entirety of the teaching. So they are now professionally MasterCAD counters. So I think the next batch, two people already signed up. They've been interested from the beginning. Couldn't get them into the previous mentorship, so they really wanted, they really wanted to get in, really get it in there into their mind and know this stuff. So I kept them in waiting until it was time, and I enrolled them. So they are showing promise already. They're asking good questions. So I'm kind of happy with the second set. And that'll be the last for me, actually. I don't want to teach anymore. I just want to find a place to crawl into and enjoy trading in my room and never teach again. Someone said something that was really annoying to me, and I don't feel the need to teach anymore. I might just do something like this live continually. I won't make private mentorship anymore. I'll just be making free videos. So no more, no more giving the card counting technique out again. This is the last set. Next, I'll just be doing live sessions and making free videos, teaching the basic nature of how we internalize DDT. And um, one of the videos, I want to show you how to catch the hour at which the highs and lows of the days will be made. So I kind of want to give that one out for free. Okay. A single day where you can actually know exactly the high of that day is going to occur and where the low is most likely to occur also. So with these guys, I think we've successfully predicted two bounce points. This is nothing. My students can do this with their eye closed. So it's simple, all right? So it doesn't require a lot of rocket science to it, okay? So this move right here is something we as CAD counters love to call a breaking rhythm, all right? So we have what we want in this video. Now, if I want to know when the next retracement is going to occur, I could do that. Where highs would form, I could do that. But those are mathematical in nature. They're not time dilation theory. They're a technique that is older than me. It's older than all of us probably currently watching right now. Head counting has been used by casino traders for a while now to be able to trade perfectly in the marketplace. And I'm not the originator. I was taught by a spirit, actually. Funny. But I I'm very, very religious. I love my faith and I hear the voice of my God from time to time, not always. But when he speaks to me, I get an understanding of what's going on. I know it sounds weird for people who are not Christian, but it's possible to hear God. It's really weird, right? But he taught me this. I never sat under anyone to teach me how to internalize CAD counting. Never even been to a casino, never even seen one. Where I live around Africa, we don't have casinos that much unless you go deeply into like the main capital and some places like that. Lagos. Or yeah, I'm a Nigerian, by the way. And so, even though I travel quite a lot and I don't base here most of the times, sometimes I travel. Okay. And sometimes I go on vacation and then I'm back. I love this place, but it's weird sometimes because of some of the unexpected kind of happenings around here. So it doesn't really matter, anyways. If you want to get this, it's simple. All right. Go ahead and study. I'm not enrolling anyone in the next quarter. I'm not teaching this again. I'm just going to let you sit with this and study hard enough to be able to apply it using time dilation theory. But how I get hastened and delayed, that's on me. That's for me. That's for me and my students. So you can do it, okay, but it's a special technique. It has a lot of maths to it. So you just focus on time dilation theory. I don't want to find the next bounce point, so I'm just gonna end it at this point, okay? But for those who are truly interested and want to get to know how to do weird stuff like this, you could you could hear me up, okay? I promise I don't bite, and I'll put you through the best way that I can. I'm not promising you that you would be able to make sense of it. Some of you would fail at it because I don't know, we don't have the same level of IQ. Not all of us can can do these kind of things. Some people are just contrarian by nature. They love to oppose things. They don't agree with what they're taught. They would want to apply a different methodology. And actually, that's really good. It's really wonderful, but don't use it when you're dealing with something has to do with money, is what I'm saying. Build what you believe first before you can be an contrarian. ICT had to build a mechanism that works perfectly fine for him before he started working against other traders' sentiments. Okay. So don't worry, I'm still with you. I'll guide you on how to do this. I'll do this many times, and I'm sure some of you would pick it up from there. Those who can't afford the fee of $200, the mentorship is really cheap. I really want to drop this and just run off and never have to teach again. I don't like having to get people to pay me, but because of the fact that I'm giving my time to making videos, editing and uploading and you know, it requires effort and I I love to create value, but I like being paid for the value, so I know I'm not wasting my time. But besides that, I'm good. I'm good. I could do this every day on the hourly time frame and make money. I just require like one move to be able to be accurately predictable for me. And I know the kind of numbers that when they join together, I expect volatility when those retracements occur or those moves occur. Okay. And you can know bias for long range in terms of a move for 4 hours, 5 hours using this method. So you would already know that we're not done yet. The hour's not done yet. And you could mark out exactly where they're going using a system I call measurement. I'm not willing to do that here. So that's by measurement. You use the Fibonacci and price counting. So, anyways, it was nice actually doing this with you guys. I wish it was live, but I'm still struggling on how to actually do live videos using OBS. I use OBS, by the way. So I'm still struggling with that, but I would want to do that maybe on a Saturday using Bitcoin. So we would catch every move on the hourly or maybe on the weekly on oh, sorry, on the 5 15 minutes or 5 minutes or even 1 minute. Yeah, I love the 1 minute. It's fast and it gives you result instantaneous. That's the best kind of. Yeah, you could catch every move, every bounce point, literally, and you would know that. But I'm not. I'm not just applying time dilation theory doing that as CAD counting. So in any case, best of luck to you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Notice how we get the exact point where the move began. That's That's what you're dealing with here, guys. Be safe and have a fun time.